Don't forget to like, subscribe and share the videos.
Hello all, welcome to Ganesh IAS Academy. This is the special session. In this session, we are going to discuss about the previous year UPSC Mains economic question. See, this session is purely focused on what are the things you need to prepare for the mains exam and what are the things that are more important when the examiner is going to examine your paper. For example, he will think about certain facts that you need to give in your answer, and also you need to update certain current affair things into that. So these are the things you have to prepare it. For example, if a question is about a relationship between India and Australia, means is there any key terms? For example, when it comes to this relationship between the India and Israel, Prime Minister Modi, our Prime Minister Honorable Modi said that what he said is it is the relationship between like a wife and the husband. So there are certain statements they may give. So you need to quote that statement itself in the intro part. So this is what the examiner will expect from you. You have to be more updated about certain things related to that thing. For example, when it comes to relationship between India and Australia, you have to know about the trade relationship. And also, it is actually it was in the news about the free trade agreement between the India and Australia, FTA. Actually, India is against this FTA between the India and Australia. The reason is their major export is dairy. Okay, it is a dairy product they are mostly exported from the Australia. If India is going for a free trade agreement, then it will going to affect the India's dairy farmer. So these are the certain things you need to know, and you have to give it in the answer itself. So these are the things you need to be more updated, or else you may come across the question in internal security about the Naxal issue. For example, if there is any questions related to the Naxalism, in reality, at present time, the Naxal issue is drastically reduced when comparing to the 1980s. So on that scenario, if there is any question of Naxal issue, means definitely the question will be why still the Naxalism exists in India? Because India is developing. India is the 5th largest country, 5th largest economy, and also India's most of the populations are more educated, literate, and also there is a huge development is happening. We are moving towards the development of using the metro rails, and also we are in focus of expanding our railway networks and the road network and even the air network. So we are doing all the things, but still why the Naxalists exist? The question may be like that. So if the question is like that, means you have to give the data based on the NCRB report. So the examiner will purely expect the answer based on this NCRB report when it comes to the issue of this Naxalism. So please try to update like that data. And also there is a evolution of the modern warfare. That is also they may ask in the internal security. For example, the modern warfare issues about recently Israel did the attack on the Lebanon based on the pages. Using the pages, they exploded the pages and tried to kill most of the supporters of the Hamas. That was happened in the Lebanon. So that is the modern warfare. That is the evolved warfare. It is different from the conventional warfare. So the question may be like conventional versus non-conventional warfare. Or else the question may be like, what is this non-conventional warfare? What are the ways the non-conventional warfare can be? So you have to think based on the current events, what are the possible questions that maybe comes in the mains exam. So if you able to think like that means you will definitely crack this mains. So that is the thing you need to focus. So when it comes to this Israel issue, Israel and the Lebanon, the issue using the pager attacks, there may be questions like that about a non-conventional warfare. Whether India is ready to face that non-conventional warfare, that may also the possible question. So you have to think like that. So if the question is like that, means you have to know about the cyber security. So the question is connected to the cyber security or the manufacturing of the electronic goods. India is mostly depends for the electronic goods is from China. So there is the possibility for the issues like that. We need to maybe in future we need to focus this hybrid warfare. So we have to be more ready for it. Whether India is ready for it, the question may be like that. So what are the measures India had taken related to that? Or else what are the things we need to do in future to overcome these kinds of warfare? So what you have to do is, based on the current affair, you have to decode it. You have to decode means you have to think from the India's perspective, whether we have the potential or else we have any infra to fight against this warfare. What are the possible attacks that may happen? What are the challenges related to that? For example, the challenge related to that is in India is not the largest producer of the electronic goods. We are still importing a lot of things from the chip manufacturing, and also even for the energy sector, we are purely depends on the photovoltaic cell that is exported, that is imported from China because it is a cheap one. So these are the major concerns. So you have to know all these things with data. So if you ready with like if you are going to the exam with all this data means you can easily answer the question, because this is the thing will be there in that UPSC mains question. Based on the current affair, this is how you have to decode the question. You have to easily sense what will be in that question. You have to think in that manner. Or else the issue of the flood, the cyclone. So at present, usually the cyclonic storm will be there in the southern states, or else in the Tamil Nadu or Andhra, or else the Kerala coast, or else Maharashtra. These cyclones will be start at the time period of the late November or else early December. But now it started at the time period of the October itself, on the time period of the northeast monsoon. So why it is happening? You have to think like that. So why it is happening? Whether it is connected to the climate change, or it is connected to the IOD, or else Pacific Decadal Oscillation, or else it is connected to the La Nina. The question will be like that only. You have to know what is the reason it is happening. Or else the question may be like from the disaster management. Due to the changing climatic phenomenon, there is the possibilities of the more disasters that may happen in the future. For example, Kerala's landslide, flood in southern states, or else when it comes to the southwest monsoon, there is the issue of the flood in the northern states. So the question may be like related to the flood or else the urban flood. So you have to think like that. If you are able to connect a single topic in a 360-degree manner to every possible things means you can easily decode a question, and you will have a bunch of answers with you. You can easily list it and you will be more confident about your answer also. So this is the way you have to prepare for the mains exam. Go with the current affairs. And also, if you are preparing things based on the current affair for a mains means, that is going to definitely help for your prelims also. Because you know why it is happening and what it is happening and what are the impacts it is going to lead, then definitely you can easily crack the prelims also. So only it is more important to start your preparation from the mains. And also the mains should be start from the based on the current affair papers. So this is the thing you need to follow for your UPSC preparation. Here what we will do is, we will discuss the previous year questions. So what are the things you need to update with that? For example, if it is agriculture sector means you need to know certain data. How much GDP contribution from the agriculture sector? How many percentage of the population rest with the primary sector? And also how many chunk of people they are belongs to the small and marginal farming. These are the things, these are the data you have to be updated. Based on the questions need, you have to just spread the certain facts into that. If you are able to do that means you can definitely able to crack this exam. For that what you have to do is you have to be more updated with the current events. That is the only thing you need to follow. We will share that thing also. Okay.